I wanted to bring up the Kabbalah. I'm learning about AI and transhumanism, and the big thing is with the Kabbalah. And so I guess my question to you is your thoughts on artificial intelligence and its role in mind control, and Kabbalah and its role in the creation of AI, transhumanism, and trauma-based mind control. I know that's big questions, but what are your thoughts on that?
Well, one of the most prominent Kabbalistic, and I call him a prophet, but the Kabbalists don't call him a prophet. Vilna is his name that he goes by, but that's not um, the name that he had when he was. But anyway, he wrote some books that have been kept secret, and he was a great Kabbalistic philosopher. And just recently, his books have become available for people in the English speaking world, although they're not widely known about. But if you go and you look at Kabbalistic philosophy, what they have believed is that, you've heard this saying, as above, so below. So they see several things being Messiah. And one of the saviors of the world, according to Kabbalism, and this goes back to, we're talking about going back to like 1780. They have believed this all this time. And Kabbalism is the foundational philosophy behind Freemasonry. It's the foundational philosophy behind a lot of secret societies and satanic lodges and so on. And they have believed that the savior would be technology, that mankind would produce an AI savior, and this AI savior would save humanity. So they have been actively working to create this. This has been a secret goal. So it's not by accident that uh, we've engineered AI, because that's what these secret societies have wanted to develop. They believed all the way back there, the Vilna was predicting that there would be a machine controlled by AI that would run the world. And then I got to get to know an eyewitness. This is another way that God blessed me. Someone who had actually been right there, I guess you could call it at ground zero, at the place where you can interact with the beast computer. This was the beast computer in Alaska, that's up near the area park. He actually interacted with the beast computer, and so he could tell me firsthand about this. So way back in the 70s, they had AI. Their AI was 40 years at least ahead of what we've had released. They had this technology way back then, and they've only released it many decades after they already had it. So they already started controlling the world with AI way back then. And so, how does that relate to the mind control? Well, they have been using AI along with the mind control since the 1970s. It's I have witnessed people that had implants. There were a couple women that came to me, actually three women, but two of them were they all three arrived at the same time, but two of them were from Texas and one of them was from New York. And when they left, they didn't leave together, so that's why I initially said two. But there were actually three of them, and they had implants. And the implants, part of the day, were controlled by human operators, but the rest of the day they were controlled by AI. And you could tell, they could tell, and you could tell when the operator switched from human to AI. So, and this was happening in the 90s. So AI has been involved with mind control for a long time.
But my question is, it goes along with Zach's question is isn't the Kabbalah uh, Jewish mysticism? That's how I understand it, right? The Kabbalah is Jewish, basically based on Judaism. How is it that it has become, you know, people who have no background in Judaism are basically adopting it? How does that come about? Or am I wrong about that?
I think you're wrong. The Kabbalah has been very much a big part of magic for centuries, and anybody can uh, delve into the occult science that are become magicians. Now I know a lot of occult Jews that are into a Kabbalah, and there's been a close association between Jews and the Kabbalah, but there's a lot of other Kabbalists besides Jews and have been for centuries.